Yo, what's good? Today, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna review my favorite 2 new toys. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
My Uncle Unique made this one.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Unique here from 99 Doors. And I'm a little late to the party, but I want to throw my opinion out there anyway. I'm about to review my 2 new toys. That is the PreSonus Adams SQ and the PreSonus Faderport. If you've been following me on TikTok or Instagram, you have seen that I've been messing around with them for the last week and a half. And you also seen me unbox them in the video at the beginning of last week. If you didn't see it, I will leave a link up there in the corner for you, and you can check that out. Or I will also leave a link in the description. You can check it out at the end of this video.
Darling, do you want to know what I think?
And my quick thoughts on them, they both great, and you should go ahead and get them, hands down. More detailed thought, you have to watch this video and find out. But one of them I think everybody should get, and the other one, I think you have to fit into a certain category before you go get this one. But let's go ahead and go into more details about them. Yes, they both work with any DAW. I'm actually using them in both Logic and Studio One. Studio One do have more advantages over Logic or any other DAW, but we're going to talk about that later. And speaking of, let's go ahead and talk about PreSonus Adams SQ. Now this is my new favorite MIDI controller. I use it as a keyboard, I use it as a drum pad. I pretty much use it non-stop every day since the day that I opened it. So my favorite feature is the fact that I can find the key. I can switch it from keyboard mode to scale only. That's where I can only play the notes that's in that scale, and I cannot play anything outside of that scale. And I love this. This is a great tool, especially when somebody send you a sample but they only send you the key. Then you can just switch the key on the controller, and you don't have to, you can set it and forget it. You do not have to worry about adjusting anything or playing the wrong note, especially if you don't know music theory. This will also help greatly. The pads feel great, and it feels greatly made. It don't feel like it's gonna fall apart, so if you want to take it on the road with you, you can. And it's small enough that it will fit inside a book bag, a small bag, or anything, so you can take it with you. It's about the size of a regular keyboard. I have a lot of good things to say about it, but I want to keep this video kind of short, so I'm gonna skim over it. And the only bad thing about this, and Logic Pro, when I'm using native instrument software, for some reason it do not want to play native instrument software. It will play anything else I have, but just not native instruments. I don't know the reason for that. If you know the reason why or a way that you could fix it, please let me know down in the comment. I would love to hear it, because again, this is the only thing holding it back for me. Other than that, this is a great MIDI controller, and I suggest anybody pick it up. So next, I'm gonna talk about the PreSonus Faderport. And I'm gonna get this one out the way first. I don't think everybody should pick this one up. I feel like you need to fit into a certain category of person, of a producer or mix engineer, to pick this up. And I have 2 reasons why you will want to pick this up. The first reason is if you do a lot of mixing and you get tired of clicking with your mouse or always on the keyboard and you doing a lot of shortcuts and stuff, this right here can cut out a lot of that. The Faderport will not help your mixes become better, but it can help you mix, especially when you controlling the volume. You are switching from track to track. You can do a lot of adjusting of the panning, any automation, anything like that. It's a great controller to help you set levels, panning, stop, play, record, anything like that. The Faderport will help. And there's something about doing all this and not using your keyboard and getting away from just the computer screen in general, getting away from your computer. It really helps. So again, that's my first reason. If you're the person that just want hardware and you want to feel like you in the studio for a little while and not just in your bedroom mixing, the Faderport will help. And the second reason is, if you just want to get a new toy, why not? If you've been looking at it and eyeballing it, and if you got the extra money, go ahead and get it. It's not gonna hurt. Again, I think it's great. It's useful. I just don't think it's necessary to help build your studio. It's not the first piece of gear I would suggest you get, but again, it is great and it do help with my workflow. But that's it. That's all I got to really say about them. They're both great pieces of equipment. I suggest getting them both. Again, the Atom SQ. I think everybody will love that mini controller. The Faderport, you could use it, but it's not really necessary. I think it's great, but that's up to you. Now I want to hear your thoughts. Do you own any one of these? Do you use them? Do you suggest other people get them? If you do, why? If not, why not? And what's the next piece of gear you think I should do a review on? Let me know down there in the comments. And while you're down there, hit that like and that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And that's all I got for you today. I'm out. Deuces.